So now more than ever, mechanical keyboards have actually gotten quite popular. They used to be mostly popular with gamers, but it will seem that the mainstream adoption for mechanical keyboards has actually grown. And the number of new manufacturers looking to enter in the space of mechanical keyboards has actually increased. And the keyboard I am holding right here is no exception to what I have just said. This keyboard that I'm holding right here, this is the VGN S99 mechanical keyboard. Honestly, this is my first time dealing with VGN. I've never used any of their products. So in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the VGN S99 mechanical keyboard. So let's get into the unboxing of the VGN S99. Now the unboxing of this keyboard is pretty standard in that this is a nice packaging. So pretty standard for what you expect for a keyboard. So taking a look inside the box, we will see that there is the keyboard itself, there is the manuals if you're interested in reading manuals, and there is a nice little box. And inside this nice little box here, we have an included USB-C to Type A cable, a switch and keycap puller, and they even threw in some extra switches. Now we'll note that the S99 actually comes in 3 variants. If you take a look at their website, you will see that they offer this keyboard in the gilded navy color. So the gilded navy is this one you see me unboxing right now. There is a glazed green and there is a mountain blue. Now in the shop you will find the glazed green and the gilded navy one. For me, I would say the difference is actually the switches that come with these keyboards. The gilded navy has ice cream aurora switches, while as the gilded navy has Anya linear switches. I've never heard of these ones, but yeah, that's what they're saying on their website. They have Anya linear switches. And also this one that has kind of looks green with some spots is not on their website, but this one is also a VGN S99, and all of these 3 keyboards are actually available in our shop. Now on to the first impressions of this keyboard. The keyboard actually looks and feels premium. It does have quite a heft to it, so it's a bit on the heavier side of keyboards, but I would say the heftiness actually adds on to making this keyboard feel more premium. The build quality is nice, some hard plastic here, and it does have this material that does not pick up fingerprints. I forgot what this material is called. It looks like a matte material, but it's overall quite smooth. But this material is only in the gilded navy one. These other ones, the glazed green and the mountain blue, which do not have, I believe, do not have this type of material on them. Now one of my favorite things about mechanical keyboards is the ability to hot swap, and in this department I would say that the VGN S99 does not disappoint. You can easily pull out the keycaps, and actually you are able to pull out the switches. And this is where the difference between the gilded navy and the glazed green keyboards actually come in. The gilded navy has aurora ice cream switches, whereas the glazed green has Anya linear switches. I think they're Kale. I don't know if you say Kale or Carl, but I think they are all Carl switches. And because of this difference in switches, this is what makes the gilded navy the more expensive VGN S99 compared to the other options that the VGN S99 offers. And of course, because this is a mechanical keyboard, it does have ARGB. So if you're into customizing the keyboard to however you like, then I would say this keyboard clicks on that criteria as well. So in terms of connectivity of the VGN S99, this keyboard actually offers you 3 options of connectivity. You can go with Bluetooth or the 2.4 GHz wireless mode, or you can just use the USB-C cable that comes with the keyboard. And by the way, the USB-C cable also charges the keyboard. And this being a wireless keyboard, I'm sure there's concerns of battery life, and I can also say that in this department, this keyboard is actually really good. The VGN S99 comes packing with a 6000 mAh battery, so it's going to take you a while for you to notice that your keyboard has actually run out of juice. Though I will note that on their website, they do note that if you have RGB turned on, the keyboard will last you that 5 hours. But if you have the RGB turned off, your keyboard will last you that 5 days. Now, I haven't used this keyboard as long as that, so let's just say we are going to trust what the manufacturer is saying in this case. But in my use case, I only charged the keyboard once, and I actually did not charge the keyboard for long, so I never noticed it blinking, or rather saying that it was low on battery. Now let's talk about comfort. The gasket mounted design gives you that cushioned responsive typing experience, and I would say that this thing actually feels quite comfortable. So whether you're typing or just gaming late into the night, I would say that this keyboard is pretty comfortable to use. Though I will note that this keyboard does not have stands, but it does have this incline on the bottom that raises the keyboard up. And because of this, I will say that it's a bit of a bummer if you're looking for a keyboard that you can lay flush on your desk, so be on the lookout for that. Alright, let's talk about the software that comes with this keyboard. Now, if you're looking to use this keyboard using, or rather to control this keyboard using the software provided by the manufacturer, you need to go to VGN Lab and go to the VGN Hub section, where you will find the option to download the VGN Hub software. Installation of the software is pretty easy, no complicated setups in there. It's just a simple running the setup and you'll be up and running. Now, the one thing that I really did not appreciate with the software that comes with this keyboard is the fact that it actually comes in Chinese. So I had to do some digging around the interface, and I eventually found where to switch the language. Additionally, I noticed that you need to actually update this software for it to kind of fix some areas that are left speaking Chinese, even if you change the language back to English. As I'm sure you will notice that there is some sections that still speak Chinese, so this is fixed if you download the update. The one thing that I appreciate about this software is it detects the keyboard whether you're in wired or wireless mode, which is something that I found to be an issue with some other keyboards, where you have to plug them in using a cable for them to be detected by the software. And I can gladly say that the VGN software is actually nice. It detects the keyboard even without you plugging in the cable. Another thing that I do not appreciate with this software is the fact that there is some spam, or there is some form of advertisement on the software. So what I mean is that sometimes there is some ad of some mouse. I don't know, I clicked on it, it brought me to another website, so I don't appreciate that there is ads inside this software. But other than that, the software is pretty standard. There's nothing special about it. You have your typical controls, RGB, polling rates, which is also something I did not talk about. By the way, this keyboard can do 1000 Hz polling rate, so the keyboard feels nice and snappy for gaming. Now, all I can say about this keyboard is that the VGN S99 is a versatile keyboard that checks all the boxes. You've got hot-swappable switches, killer ARGB, great battery life, and it's flexible enough when it comes to connectivity. So for anyone who's serious and looking for a great typing and gaming experience with a keyboard, then I would recommend the VGN S99. It's honestly a solid choice. It's a premium feeling keyboard, and other than the few gripes that I mentioned about the software, I would say that the keyboard overall is pretty nice. We have come to the end of the video. Now, in case you enjoyed that video, be sure to drop a like, and if you're interested in purchasing this keyboard, be sure to visit us at esgaming.co.ke. Additionally, if you're interested in coming physically to our office, come to Old Mutual Building, Kimathi Street, room 405 on the 4th floor of the building. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, share these videos with anyone who might need it, and I'll be sure to catch you in the next video.